Friday. I hope you guys have had just a wonderful, wonderful week, and are you ready to get your weekend going and have some fun and keep your party going? And so here I am again on this lovely Friday, just sharing a little bit of myself with you. And so today's post is still inspired kind of by myself. I think I've been on this kind of journey of like self-discovery lately. I don't know, maybe that's what 3 weeks of insomnia will do for you or whatever. I don't know. But one of the things that I have discovered about myself is that my mind is like the never-ending story. It does not shut off. It just keeps going and going and going. I don't need the Energizer Bunny Rappy because my mind does it all for me. Like, I literally stay in here. So much so that I have to actively take myself outside of my head and get myself in the present moment. And it's really, it's exhausting, honestly. And I don't even want to say it got me to thinking because I'm always thinking, but I think I'm not alone in this. At least I hope I'm not. Actually, no, I take that back. I do hope I am, because I hope not too many of you guys are suffering with the same thing that I am. And so I have been reading this book by this wonderful author, Adi Ashanti, called Falling into Grace. And in the book, he talks about suffering. And he basically says that suffering is caused not so much by the events we face, but by the stories that we tell ourselves about the event. And I thought about that, and I was like, wow, he is so right. I had my own little personal aha moment, because things happen to us, and they only mean whatever it is we've told ourselves they mean. Like, someone calls you a name. The only thing that happens is they called you a name. But you tell yourself something about what that means now. Like, since so-and-so called me that, that must mean this. Or, it brings up, it conjures up something for you. So you tell yourself this story about it. I mean, it could be anything. But we tell ourselves this story so much, and we just keep repeatedly telling ourselves the story, that we in essence suffer. And I know that I do that. I will literally brood over something. One of my main motivations is not making impulse decisions or making, decisions based on emotion. So I will sit and brood and think and analyze and overanalyze and analyze some more about a very issue, as opposed to getting out of my head, going about with the business of living and just dealing with it from there. And like I said, it's literally exhausting, and it keeps me from actually living and making a decision. And I think that's how a lot of us get stuck in the past and stuck in unforgiveness, because we're so busy telling ourselves this story about what happened to us that we don't care about what's going on in the present or what will be in the future, because we're stuck on that thing in the past. Or it's the thing that keeps us stuck from being happy in the present, because we're telling ourselves a story about what our present lives means, and what if our life only looked like this, then we'd be happy. And we're telling ourselves this story over and over and over again, that it's keeping us from being content. It's literally keeping us suffering. And like I said, I've examined this in myself. It is a thing that I do. Like I said, I actually have to actively take a pause for the cause and say, you know what, Janice, okay, now you need to go watch something mindless. You need to go to the movies, or you need to get out and go walking. And even sometimes then, going walking doesn't help me because I'm still in my head. So it's just the thing that we do. And I think that if we could learn to, I said this before, relax, relate, and release. If you haven't noticed, I really love that. But if we could just let those things go, we could stop suffering. We could start enjoying life more and being content. And understand that contentment doesn't mean that you don't see a need for improvement and you don't want more. But it's just learning to let go of all of those things. I mean, think about all the stories you tell yourself about who you are, who the people in your life are to you, what the events in your life have meant thus far. And if we could just kind of release all of those things and just stay in the moment with what is, I think we could really get about the business of enjoying life. And so that's what I am really going to try. Nope, because there's nothing about trying. That is what I'm really going to actively work towards doing. Getting out of here and getting into all of this, getting into the business of living. And if you're doing that already, hooray, kudos to you. And as a matter of fact, would you mind commenting on this and let me know how you do it? Because I'd love some help with that. And if you're not, let's try it together. It really couldn't be much worse than where we are now. So I hope you guys, if but for a moment, you can start taking those baby steps toward doing that, because I know I'm certainly working towards that. So until next time, ciao.